So I don't want to take up too much time, guys. My name's Natasha Nurse. Hello, hello. I'm the host of Sisters on Fire IRL, and the woman virtually next to me is Sherrill, and she does so many amazing things, and she has beautiful bags, and I see some behind you. So I'd love for you to get everyone up to speed. Who are you? How did you become the woman you are? And what are all the amazing things that you do in fashion and tech?
Okay, so my name is Sherrill. I'm in Philadelphia, Sherrill Mosee.
Mm-hmm.
I was the bag lady. I had two or three bags going to work, and I wanted one bag where I could separate and organize items in the bag. And so, without any background in manufacturing or fashion design or anything like that, I just had an
Mm-hmm.
idea, and I decided to design a bag where I can organize and separate items in the bag.
Gotcha. And how long of a process did that take?
Oh, it took years. I'm still learning. Still
Wow.
learning the process, but like I said, I had to learn everything. I won't say on myself because I have a lot of help networking and talking to people, but it's definitely been a grind. So I launched in 2014. So
Wow.
it's been a
Okay.
process. I've been doing it for a couple of years.
Okay. And what would you say are some of the signature, I guess, components to your bag, and how? Because you have cool. Because when I saw her present at the fifth annual Women on the Rise Forum and Expo, and you showed like the different components of your bag. So I'd love for you to articulate that for people to understand.
Yeah, so the easiest way is really to just demonstrate it a little bit very quickly. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a backpack. Let me move back a little bit. So this is my backpack that I have here. And again, it's about organizing and separating items. So on the top part, you would carry your purse essentials here, and then there's a
Okay.
pocket for a laptop here. It goes the extension of the bag. But what's
Okay.
really cool about the bag, especially when you're commuting, say in a big city, on the back of the bag, you can carry your lunch. There's a little insulated lunch bag in here. You can put your lunch in here or your
That's cool.
toiletries or makeup. And when you're
Mm-hmm.
not using this bag, you can put your shoes in here, your workout gear. So it's pretty cool. And then you can open this. It has a compartment here, so you can unzip that panel there and use the whole extension of the bag. So you have a divider, you can have two compartments
Oh,
there, or you can use the whole extension of the bag.
very cool. And so you came
Yeah.
up with the design of that bag and how that the different. Wow.
Yeah, I came up with the design. It's the only bag on the market that has this folding panel in the middle of the bag that creates those two compartments, the bottom compartment and the top compartment.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, I designed it and I have them manufactured.
Okay. So given that you really had to kind of learn everything, what would you say has been key in you moving from point A to point B?
It really fear. You have to get over the fear because the fact that I didn't know how to do anything
Yeah.
prohibited me or kept me from really moving forward for almost a year until I decided, you know what, if I don't try this, I'll never know if it works. So that was the number
Mm,
one thing is really trying to move past the fear and believing in myself that I could create this bag.
awesome. Okay. And did you like just so people not everyone is an inventor, right? Like yourself. So
Yeah.
how many reiterations does it take to get to that final like bag and get it into production?
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot. I came up with the concept around 2012. I didn't launch until 2014. So you're
Okay.
talking about money and samples and really trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. I had probably about maybe 10 iterations, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. So
Wow.
it took a lot to really test it out and figure things out.
Okay, and you're being very humble because you have like really an impressive background before you even started that. So could you share a little bit about what you did before you started this?
Yeah, so I actually have a degree in engineering, and I
Mm-hmm.
worked in as an engineer for a number of years, and I was laid off, and then I decided that I was going to start a nonprofit organization, and I did that for a few years when I my nonprofit raised money to help low-income single moms in college pay for childcare. And then when the
Nice.
economy crashed, I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. And I
Mm-hmm.
had been working with the student moms, and I would see them carrying their diaper bag and their book bag and their purse. And I was
Yep.
doing the same thing. I was carrying 2 or 3 bags to work. And
Mm.
so I had decided, at first launched a diaper bag and a travel bag. And so that's how I kind of got started. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Now, do you still do anything in engineering, or it's oh, and Woken Free wants to know, my husband wants to know, what type of engineer were you?
Electrical engineering. And you know what? And I
Mm-hmm.
consider the bag, I mean, engineering is about problem solving. And so I consider the bag really the way I engineered the bag, the way it functions and work. And I actually have a
Mm-hmm.
patent on the bag. I have 2 patents on the bag, on the
Mm.
functionality of the bag. And in
Mm.
regards to the nonprofit, I still have my nonprofit. It's not operating, but my hope is to one day, when I get in that position, is to be able to still give back to the
Yes.
nonprofit. I do speak. I actually spoke at a university of college moms not too long ago about
Nice.
entrepreneurship and staying in school and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still connected, well connected.
Very cool. Yes, Woken Free. My husband, he's an electrical engineer, so very,
Oh.
very, very, very cool. What now, to get through engineering as well? What were some of the obstacles you had to deal with? Because that, I know tangentially, is not particularly easy of a field to operate and to succeed in.
Oh yeah, engineering was hard, and I must say, just like just like you approach anything in problem solving, it's about perseverance. And so, my first year of school, I actually was on academic probation.
Wow.
So that goes to show you that, it took me a long time to graduate, but I persevered through it. Even
Mm,
with designing these bags, I failed a lot in designing, a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, but I
hmm.
persevered to bring the product to market. And that's what
Oh,
it's all
wow.
about.
Absolutely. Now, where can women get the bag? I want make people aware and know where how they can champion you.
Yeah, I would love to get your support. You can purchase the bag on MinkeeBlue. So it's
Mm-hmm.
MINKEE Blue, MinkeeBlue.com. And I
Mm-hmm.
started another initiative called Startup by Faith, where it's an online platform. So I teach people how to bring a product to market or just start their business. And I also talk to other women entrepreneurs, and we talk about the obstacles and their challenges of bringing a product to market. So that's
Mm-hmm.
startupbyfaith.com. People can get involved there. But for the bags, it's
Startup.
minkeeblue.com.
Okay, Startup by Faith. Now,
Yeah.
what is the name, kind of reasoning and story behind Minky Blue?
The Minky Blue, that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
funny. So I started off with the baby bags because I was working with student moms, and I originally wanted the domain Pinky Blue, but the domain
Oh,
was taken. I mean, it made sense, pink and blue for baby bags, but the
yeah.
domain was taken. So I literally went through the alphabets and I said Linky Blue, nah. Kinky Blue. I said, oh no, that's a no, it's a whole nother business.
That's
So
awesome.
then I said Minky Blue, and I said, yeah, I like that, and it just stuck with me. I thought it was,
Okay.
a cute name, and that's how I got to Minky Blue. It's going through the
Interesting.
alphabets, yeah.
Okay, awesome. And I'd love for you to share a little bit about the patent process because again, I don't think people are aware of kind of the the amount of effort, money, and time that goes into that. How, please share.
Yeah, yeah. I knew that if I was going to get into this business, my design had to be different. I had to be different or differentiate the product from everything else on the market because handbags
Mm,
is just oversaturated and I would be competing with a lot of other brands. So I
yeah.
actually started doing research for the type of bag that I wanted. I went to the US Patent Trade Office. I looked at patents. I started studying patents and I wrote
Mm,
my provisional patent. I actually wrote the provisional patent. So it's a process. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to have patience in the
mm,
process and you have to be willing to work through the process,
mm.
perseverance, discipline, and patience. are the biggest things that you have to, be ready to endure as you're being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And how has social media, networking, in-person events, how does that kind of loop into everything
Well,
that
you
you're
see
doing?
with the social, with this whole thing getting on with you. So, it's
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot that you have to do in running a business. But definitely, social media has been a huge part of
Hmm.
the success of the brand. So, we're working it. I'm working it, trying to understand everything that's going on and being a part of everything and move as things change.
Hmm. And just so
Yeah.
people know, the different types of bags and the prices, where could you share that?
So yeah, so right now I have tote bags and I have backpacks and they all function
Okay.
the same way. All of the bags come with an insulated insert bag so you can put your lunch
Nice.
in there or your toiletries or your makeup. And the prices are on sale right now. They be 129 and 139, so they're pretty reasonable.
Gotcha.
And it comes with, the accessories of the bag.
Gotcha. Okay. And the outside, is there any waterproofing or any other functionality people should be aware of?
Right. So the backpacks are a nylon that's water
Mm,
resistant nylon, so you can wipe it off. And the tote bags are a vegan bag, so you can clean it very easily.
nice.
So yeah, yeah, I'm excited about them. It's a great bag to have. I mean, it just
Hmm.
eliminates the need of carrying 2 or 3 bags. You know how we take out
Absolutely.
shoes and put that in a plastic grocery bag and then put that in our
Yes.
tote bag? Well, now you have a
Yeah.
special place for your shoes.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I'd love for you now to share a little bit about your journey and how you feel it's been affected as an engineer, as an entrepreneur, being a woman, and then also being a person of color.
Uh, mm, I'm hesitating because I don't allow that to stop me being a woman, being
Hmm.
older, being
Hmm.
I just move. I learn what I need to learn. People may dismiss me because of I'm a woman, I'm older, I'm a woman of color. They may dismiss me, and I just go on to the next person. So I just keep it
Mm.
moving. I don't allow that to hinder me at all.
Good.
I mean,
Good.
I
Okay.
believe I'm a smart, brilliant person and I just keep it moving.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
do you feel like you've had certain obstacles more so than other parties would have if they were in a similar situation?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you always, I do feel that way because of who we are, who I am. So people may not give as they would
Yeah.
other parties. So definitely that has affected it. It's just, it's
Yeah.
just the nature of where we are today.
Mm,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you, Sophia. We're getting some nice comments and feedback. So I
Awesome.
guess for people who are watching now on the live, thank you all for participating. If you're going to watch this on the replay, thank you for your time and attention. What would be some advice, just kind of words of wisdom that you would share for people maybe they're interested in being an inventor or starting a business? They don't know how to get started. Maybe they're dealing with that fear that you talked about earlier about like, well, what if I fail? What if I don't know how to move forward? What would you say to that person?
I would say start with the first step. So sometimes we look
Mm,
at the big picture and we become so overwhelmed. Like if I say, "Oh, I want," and I had this vision of my bag, but as soon as
yeah,
I thought about everything that I would have to do, that was like, oh, so overwhelming. So I looked
gotcha.
at what could I do today? What can I be
Hmm.
successful with today? I can start researching. So start with the small step first before
Hmm.
trying to look at the big picture. And again, startupbyfaith.com is where I can help people and guide people and provide
Yeah.
information to that.
Perfect. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
shared that, guys, in the comments. Please visit startupbyfaith.com. Definitely visit MinkeeBlue.com. Get a bag. She said it's on sale. Everybody loves a sale. So get yourself a bag.
Yeah.
Properly put things where they need to be, and also alleviate some of the back pain, because us women and men, right, when you're carrying too much, it starts to create physical conditions for yourself which are unnecessary. So you're offering something that's a fashionable option that can alleviate pain that you don't need in your life. So I love it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, thank
also
you.
absolutely. And then advice I would add to that, if you are worried about how to move forward, I think you should follow her lead, right? I think I love that you said you just keep moving, right? Like, it doesn't matter what other people may think about your age, about your background, about whether you deserve a space to be in the space. You just, if you want to have a seat at the table, you have to bring your own chair, bring your own stool. You've just got to move. And I think that my advice would be hungry. I think the biggest thing that I see as a coach and a
Yeah,
consultant is that people aren't hungry enough, and that's why they give up on themselves or their goals. So if you are so determined to do what you're going to do, then you're going to do it, and nothing will stop you, right? Like the earth, nothing
yes,
will stop you. But if you don't
yeah.
have that
And the
resolve, then things will falter.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the other thing I say to myself, I don't want to wake up one day in my 80s when I can hardly move and hardly can do
That,
anything and say, I wish I shoulda, coulda.
yeah,
I don't want to say I wish I shoulda,
yeah,
coulda. So I'm gonna do what I can right now. And so, and I enjoy
absolutely.
it. I love it. I love waking up, and it's just a different day every day. It's a
Hmm.
challenging day every day, and I love it.
Absolutely. Yes. Thanks, guys, for all the positive feedback you're sharing. So I would love to now switch gears a little bit and talk a little bit about Sisters on Fire, which brings us here together right in this moment. So Sisters on Fire is a play that was technically started about 10 years ago by Marsha McNair and Anissa Moore. And it formerly was called Diary of a Mad Black Feminist, but it's been revamped, and we've been having productions, and we're going to be having our next production February 22nd to March 17th.
Wow.
Yeah, at the
Awesome.
East Village Playhouse. So if you guys are in town, please get your tickets. Go to sistasonfire.com. But we wanted to also have an online movement in between our productions, which birthed Sisters on Fire IRL, where we champion women like you who are just badass, who are changing the industry, who are living in their truth unapologetically. So I want to ask, for you, when you hear the term Sister on Fire, what does that mean?
That means your butt got to move. I mean, you're on
Ah!
fire. You just you got to move. Especially this day and age, why keep everything to yourself? Why stay
Mm,
in one singular place? Why not enjoy
yeah.
life and experience in life what all it has to give you? Experience life and do different things and be creative, move forward. What's in
Yes.
your mind? Why not go after those things? Don't hold back.
I love it. Okay. So in your life, either personally, professionally, people you know, don't know, who were Sisters on Fire for you?
My mom, my inner circle, my close friends. I have a lot of
Mm,
sisters on fire because those are the people that I hang with. I don't hang with anybody else who's gonna, be dragging me down. All
yeah.
of the people I are in my circle are sisters on fire.
I love that. Okay. And again, where do people go if they want to champion you? They want a bag. Where do they go?
MinkeeBlue.com, MINKEE blue.com.
Perfect. Okay. So just last words, I guess, of wisdom in the sense of what would be something that you wish you had known before you started down your journey as either an engineer or entrepreneur, so that people who are watching and they're going through this, they can really take light and really heed your wisdom.
Right. I think I would, I was so excited about this bag. When I first manufactured the bag, I bought
Mm-hmm.
way too many. I didn't know that many
Mm,
people. So, if you're in a product base, start off small and grow big.
mm. Smart,
Yeah,
smart. I love
that's
that.
my
Yeah.
advice.
Absolutely. And just, guys, if you're watching and you're like, I want to start a business, I want to do something, just, move from wanting and start doing, right? Like there's a Star Wars phrase that, like, I think Yoda says, there's no do, there's no try, just do. I think that we're also caught up of like being dreamers, and it's like, well, what's it going to take for you to be a doer, right?
Yep.
What's it going to take for you to actually start the website, for you to actually get out there and present your story and really focus on what is the story that you're sharing. It
Yeah.
needs to be
Yeah.
clear. What are you in the business of? What are you selling? Who are you selling to? And you have got to be passionate. You know, I think it's clear how passionate you are about your bags and your business. But it's interesting. Some of the people I speak to, it's like they're talking about, you know, fish in a pond. It's so weird. And it's like, to be, you know, you need to be energized about who,
Right.
you know, what you're doing
Absolutely.
and why is it important, right? The why always matters, because if
Yep.
you don't have a clear why, then the customer won't come to you. There's no reason why they need to
Absolutely.
work with you at all. So
Absolutely.
guys, be
Yeah.
clear on your why and be excited, be passionate. This is something you're choosing to do. This is a voluntary path that you're going down.
Yeah.
So, you know, just flame on. And again, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for creating these beautiful bags. Do you want to show it again? Just anyone who's looking, just tuning in now.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you too for having me on. And
Absolutely.
again, this
Nice.
is
The
whew,
tote bag now, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
the tote bag, the tote bag.
I like it. And
So
so it's a large
yeah,
one, right?
yeah, this is a larger travel bag. So it's a very good travel and overnight bag. Yeah,
Nice.
great
Okay.
overnight bag. So
Okay.
yeah,
And what's
thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead.
absolutely, I was just gonna say, what's the size of the laptop that it holds? Like, is it 15
15
inch or
inch. Yeah, that one's
perfect?
a 15 inch. And it slides over the handle of a suitcase. So it's a great travel and overnight
Nice.
bag.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it. All
yeah.
right. Well,
So
thank you again. And
thank you. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, I'm looking
absolutely.
forward to seeing more from you. And I'm gonna see the dates on the play. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
see
Oh,
that. I'm
awesome.
gonna look at the dates on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
February
thank you.
22nd to March 17th. Please, if you can come
Okay.
down from Philly, have a night on the town, theater, dinner. It's off
Yeah,
Broadway.
that
So I
sounds
think it'd be great.
good. I need that. I think I'm gonna make that happen. Girl, I need that. I'm thinking about that. I really need that.
Oh,
So,
yes, yes. Please do
yeah.
join us. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'll
Thank you.
let you know. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you. I
Thanks,
appreciate you. Thank you
everyone.
so much. Bye.
Absolutely. Bye.